that a DNA kit? I just wanted to know more.
Your sperm donor felon claimed to have a master's degree.
Maybe one of those guys was my dad.
He wasn't your father. He was an anonymous donor.
That is a clip from next week's episode of Accused. And joining me to talk all about this episode, Betsy Brandt. Hi, Betsy. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you. Tell us all about your episode.
Listen, I love the show. I'm a big fan of the show. But my episode, I play a single mom, and my daughter, who's played by the amazing BB Wood, who I got to work with on Love Victor. Sorry, my dog is walking around. She is a very curious teenager, and she wants information about her birth father, and I really don't want to give it to her. And we're both very stubborn, and it's complicated. It's good, but it's complicated. The thing about The Accused is it's normal people that you get to meet and you relate to them, and then they find themselves in a situation where they end up having to make a decision that they thought they would never make. And someone is going to make a decision that's going to land them in court. And that's where we go to at the end of every episode.
Yeah, this show is intense. And like you said, a lot of episodes include a moral dilemma. Outside of your own episode, do you have a favorite episode of the show?
Oh my gosh.
There's been so many great people on it.
Oh, I got to tell you, the Malcolm Jamal Warner one was like, I keep thinking about that. I keep thinking about that one. And the one with Rachel Bilson, I was like, oh my God, really? Like it's like sometimes you watch the show and you're like, no. And then sometimes you're like, ooh. I mean, my husband and I love watching it together. And so I'm going to miss the show. My episode airs the 2nd. The finale is the 9th. And then it does have a season 2, which I'm thankful for. But then we have to wait for that. And so that kind of sucks. But, we'll get through it. We'll find other shows to watch.
For sure. We're so excited to see your episode. We were talking before this, and you said that you used to live in Seattle in Capitol Hill, right? What do you remember about living
I lived in
here?
Capitol Hill. I moved there after college. I worked at the Intiman and ACT. I absolutely loved it. I drank a lot of coffee. I also drank a lot of microbrews. I had a great time. I loved it, and I miss it. I fully intend on working there again.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And you're such an icon. I mean, you were Marie on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. You were on the Michael J. Fox show. What's been your favorite role so far up until this point?
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's tough. That's tough for me. I mean, listen, Breaking Bad was life-changing for me, like in my career, but also to spend 6 years with that group of people was amazing. I have to say, this show, we still text and we're still in touch. I wished it wasn't just one episode. This show was that good. And I know what it's like to have coworkers that you love making TV with that much and just love being around. And I swear to God, this episode, if we didn't have that, there are a few scenes that were risky that I'm like, God, I don't know how you get that to work with a different cast. But I say this, and right now I'm on a show called Saint X on Hulu. And we shot that in the Dominican Republic. And when you are out, but we had this on Breaking Bad too, you're living out there. Like when you're on location on a show, it's like all you have is each other. And so you get really tight.
For sure. When you're saying that you can only do one episode, I mean, that's the rule. But then there's always like little cases like White Lotus where Jennifer Coolidge, Tanya gets brought back for another season. So you never know, right?
You made my day just saying that. You made my day because I didn't even think of that. Because I'm like, oh, it's an anthology. I'm like, they never. But I'm a huge fan of the show, and I think Howard Gordon he's so talented, can do no wrong, and it's just like it's really great. And I love. I also like, it's fun to be on a network again. Like we do so much streaming and stuff now, and I love watching TV like that too. But I like to watch this on Fox on Tuesdays. It's just, my husband and I look forward to it.
Absolutely. I remember seeing an interview that you did with Rolling Stone like 10 years ago, and in it you mentioned that you don't allow purple in your house. Is that still the case?
I don't. This is my house. This is not, I mean, I have other rooms, but there's no purple in those rooms either. At the time, right after my daughter and my kids were younger then, and she loved purple. And so she had quite a bit of purple in her bedroom. And I was like, that's your choice. That's your choice. But I don't, it's just, and it's one of the few things, if I'm talking to a costume designer, I say, not to put, creative boundaries on anybody else and their work. I said, but I would really appreciate it if you don't put me in too much purple. It's like, that's someone else to me.
You lived it. You're moving on. Betsy Brandt.
I lived it. And the people whose location house we used for Hank and Marie's house, they had to live with it too during the season. I mean, there was a purple wall, there was a lot of purple in their house too.
Oh my gosh. Betsy Brandt, thank you so much for chatting with Studio 13 Live.
Thank you for having me. Big love to you, Seattle.
You too. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right. Accused airs Tuesdays at 9 p.m. right here on Fox 13. And